Despite needing exhaust, car sounds good, don't it? Yep, idle's good. Ready for Honda day. But before I got it running this good, this is what happened. Yes, sir. This car is definitely going to give me a stroke, at least a headache. So I drove the car to Virginia yesterday to try to get my exhaust TIG welded, and on my way back, the intake is leaking air again. I tried retightening the bolts because it shook loose. The bracket here that supports the intake, the bottom bolt fell out. That, as far as when I tapped it in the video I was doing redoing the gasket, I don't think I tapped it right. I don't think I put that coil in there, so this time I'm gonna have to try to put the coil in. So that's definitely my fault. Right now it's about 3:53, and all I've done so far is taking the intake thing off and move a few vacuum lines. Like I said, I tried tightening the bolts, see if I could just cheap out or not have to take it off. But thankfully I do have another gasket, so it's 3:53 now. I'm going to see how much I can get done and without recording. And time 4:30, 4:37. Yes, so I got the intake off. I didn't remove as many sensors. I left that sensor on, so I had to work around it and stuff. So got it off in about, say, a little bit over half an hour. Let me show you guys. Yeah, it keeps damaging right here. I was trying to tighten it up without taking the intake off, but that didn't work. So I'm gonna have to replace this thing all over again, and I'm gonna try to tap and die that block properly, because I think I just made a thread and I didn't put any coil, which you guys will see. But yeah, I got the intake off, and we're just kind of going to go over it, make sure everything is situated, and I'm going to try to see if I can go get a tap set for the car. But I'm not excited that I got it off faster than I did last time. But you know, just trying to make light of the situation. I mean, at the end of the day, this stuff is it's first world problems. I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure there's people out there that's got bigger stuff than this to worry about. But it is frustrating a little bit. But you know, I guess that's a race car life. Race car life sucks. So I'm gonna be putting in this new gasket set. Shoot and go get the tap and die, the proper it's called a coil, healer coil for it. Throw the gasket in and see how it goes. Alright, so I'm under here. I'm just kind of trying to see what healer coil I need to get. Okay, I had to cut the drill bit to make it work. The other piece over here, so it was too long to maneuver to get it straight into the motor, and I figured I could always get another drill bit. Just didn't want to mess up, because I got to drill into the block and rethread it again and then get a bigger bolt. So just cut it off, and yeah, I don't know if you can see the thread in there. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the thread in there. Alright, guys, so I'm learning something here. Let me let this dirt bike pass. So this is the one that came in the packet here, and this is what I previously drilled it out to. Apparently this 3/8 is too small, because when I tried to put this in here in the block, it wasn't going in. So apparently I have to use the one that came in the box. So I'm going to try to see if this will work. Muscle is here. Get things done now. All metal shaving. that fell on me while I was getting it out. So apparently you got to use whatever comes in the box. So I'm gonna try this again, and I'm gonna see if my girlfriend can record me putting this in. All right, so I'm gonna try to get this thing in here again. See, I'm supposed to cut off that hook piece. That's cool. Come on. Keep going. Huh? Almost there. Try to get this thing down. I'm gonna need 2 hands. Yeah, I got. There you go. I'll put that thing up in there. And I'm gonna thread this bolt down a little bit. But yeah, now I feel a lot more secure with this thing in. So I think the piece that I gotta break off a little piece on the inside of the rethreader, the little piece that hooks onto the tool. But for the most part, it's looking somewhat decent. Might wind up cutting this off. Alright guys, so I've got the bottom part of the intake done, and mainly because I wanted to put this bracket in to make sure it holds. So you can see I got the bolt. We got a whole bunch of washers on there. So this is a big washer here. This is a ball joint bolt and a lock washer onto the whole bolt mechanism. It's nice and tight on there. Nice and tight in there with some Loctite, and I've already tightened that bolt up here also with a 12mm. So this here is nice and in there now, threaded all the way, Loctite. I'm gonna definitely try to get a shorter bolt eventually, but I just want to make sure that everything bolts up. So now the bracket is in there. The bottom portion of the intake is in. So all I gotta do is put back the top piece, put back all the lines. But I definitely wanted to make sure that everything was bolted up. I bolted up all the bolts across here. And yeah, now that bracket is in, I should be good. Now granted, I'm still gonna have to check this thing periodically, but yeah, for the most part tomorrow I just gotta change the oil, put back the fuel rail, put back the top portion of the intake. That should be it. My girlfriend definitely came out and gave me a little bit of encouragement. You can see her in a little lawn chair, she bumping up music. I had to pause it for a little bit. Don't want any copyright and infringement. But yeah, I know I said I was gonna get done before it got dark. So you can see it's definitely dark, but I just wanted to make sure I had that peace of mind. If anybody knows about cars, you guys know that certain things you want to get situated. So now that that's good, I'm going in the house, but I wanted to make sure I get the bottom piece in. So right now I'm gonna put the top portion of the intake back on. This is day 2. I just went on ahead and drained the oil to give it an oil change also, and try to get this thing running and driving today. So yeah, I got the rest of the stuff sitting in the car. Tomorrow is Honda Day. It's supposed to snow tomorrow, but I don't know how they're gonna work that out. I'm gonna try to make it down there on Sunday if I can get this car situated. If not, I'll probably be taking the wagon. So I'll be back once I make some progress on this thing. Alright guys, so on this particular sensor here, I have a zip tie on there. For some reason the piece inside broke. That goes to the intake temperature sensor here. I have my original wiring harness here. So this is the connector end that's on there. So I'm gonna try to depin it, because I'm trying to make sure I clean up every single thing on here, make sure the wires are ran properly. Nothing is zip tied or anything like that. I mean, of course I'm gonna zip tie the wiring harness because it didn't come factory with the car. But as far as the connectors, I want to make sure it's straight. So I'm gonna try to depin this one and put on the other one so there's no zip tie holding it on. Alright y'all, so depinning this and it's kinda hard recording, but I've gotten the white piece out of it here, and I've gotten the white piece out of the other one. So I'm doing the wiring harness over there on the ground. So I've gotten that. I gotta take the wire itself out, and then yeah, go from there. But I'll come back once I put the other connector on there. As you can see, this one here is black, so I'll probably be putting a gray one on there. All right, you guys. So this is the wire tie one I took off of here, and this is the one I'm gonna put on. It's gray, and this is basically how the wire itself come off. It has the just a weather sealing. So all I have to do is just put the wires back inside here. Just put them in the back, and we go from there. But it's not as easy as they make it seem. You're gonna need to have an eyeglass repair screwdriver here. I tried this pick, it didn't work. It was too fat up here. But the eyeglass pick, it's perfect. It's one size almost all the way on the screw. So I'm gonna throw this back in. As I say, I just don't want any zip ties or anything holding anything that I don't need. So I'm just gonna slide the wire back on and put the white piece back in, and then I'll come back in after I button up the intake some more. Alright guys, so now I've gotten the connective end on there. It was a little tricky. Make sure when you are taking it out, if you're going to put back the same connector, that you be very gentle with the connectors in them. And I'll kind of show you a makeup of how everything is situated, so you can kind of have an idea of how everything works. Yeah, so you just pry up and get the white piece out here. So you pry in the back of these, right? So you go on the outside of the white piece to get the white. It's just to secure it. So the wire connectors on the inside, you're gonna pry those out. So the white piece you pry in, pull up. The black piece you push some little clips on there, and you're pushing them off. You're pushing them off this piece here. There's a little slot, so you just slide it down in there inside the black piece here, and you push them off and take it out, and you just slide the wires out, and they just pretty much slide out. Now please be careful if you're gonna put this connector back, because if you damage the rubber or the plastic on the inside, it's really hard for these to sit properly. And then it's going to be hard for this white piece to sit flush in there. So you want to make sure you're really if you're just depinning it to do a wire tuck or something like that, you be careful with the connector. But yeah, so you pretty much pry like that, take it out, pry the back, then on the inside of here you push in between. You push in between here, push this off, please be gentle. Push it outward, then you pop the wires out. 1, 2, Then you slide it in there. You push it in. Then you're gonna kind of have to help these catch back. 1, 2. Push that wire so it sits flush in there. Yeah, you got to make sure that these sit properly on those wires that's in there. So push up on the back. Push in the connectors a little bit, because sometimes prying them out, you gotta push it in. Then you do the opposite. You go, the white piece goes on the opposite of the wire itself. Get them in. Then and it's supposed to clip in. There you go. So it's nice and flush now. It's in there, and that's pretty much it. But you got to make sure that the inside pieces are correct, are pushed in properly. So that's it. Pry this out. So you go on the outside of the white piece, on the inside of these here, and that's how you get it up. So now it's just time for me to finish up the rest of the intake. All right. So 2 quick tips when you guys are doing this. 1, turn your phone off, because you get so distracted that you forget stuff. I forgot to put the gasket on here, and I had to take it back up. 2, put the fuel rail on before you put this top section on, because this starter body sometimes gets in the way of the line here, because it has to be run a certain way to sit properly. So when if you're going to take it apart and take the throttle body off, before you put the top section on, just go ahead and throw the injectors on the fuel rail, and it'll make life a lot easier. Prime it. You don't have to start it, and make sure it's not leaking. But yeah, phone, everything just going around. You forget. I forgot the gasket. I had to take this portion back up just now. The gasket set came with a throttle body gasket, but I don't know. I was on a roll. Just got sidetracked with something that was going on, so yeah, it kind of messed me up a little bit. All right, you see, got the intake back on. Also took the VTEC solenoid off and put some Indian head on it, because it was dripping. If anybody knows, when you run full synthetic in these cars, they do not like. Not a big fan of synthetic. So I put some Indian head on it, because it was dripping a little bit onto the bottom. So I'm gonna see if that holds up. But got the intake on it now. Got the connector on there, nice and fit. So hopefully everything holds up. Honda Day starts tomorrow. So this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I know it's supposed to snow, or they call for snow tomorrow. I don't think we're gonna get anything major, but we'll see how the weekend shapes up. But for right now, it's running. It's started up and all that. I'll start it up for you guys. Alright. Seems to be running decent. No fuel leaks. No vacuum leak. I don't know about no oil leak. But yeah, good now. Tired, man. Tired of working on this car. Just want to drive it and have fun. But I've cleaned up everything now. All the wires that was zip tied, I just have one zip tie here now. And injectors come up the way they're supposed to. I've cleaned up everything I can. Got the hoses tucked down properly. Got rid of any connector that was hanging on. Got the wires run properly. change the oil, all that good stuff, man. Just ready to drive this thing. Y'all don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully I'm done with this thing. At least done with working with it for right now. The exhaust is probably going to have to wait till next year.